Three Iron or Binjip is a South Korean movie made in 2004, directed by ki-duk. It is a love story about a man whose only possession is a motorcycle and a woman trapped in an abusive marriage. The man is homeless and consequently breaks into people's homes while they are away, and in exchange for staying the night, tidies up or fixes things around the home. One day he enters the home of a man who abuses his wife and starts to settle down, only to realise that the wife has been home the whole time. Rather than responding aggressively or by calling the police, the two instead develop a quiet bond, and once her husband returns, she escapes with the stranger. Ki-duk's movie is unique in that there is minimal music and we only hear the female protagonist speak in the last 10 minutes of the film, while the male protagonist stays silent throughout. When dialogue isn't driving your film, you instead turn to the visuals, which ki-duk and cinematographer Jiang Seong-bak do deftly, with a gentle hand that allows the relationship of the main characters to blossom in a natural, understated way. This is the silent artistry of Three Iron. From the opening shot of the film, one of the main motifs is clear: entrapment. The woman is entrapped. She has been forced to stay in her abusive marriage for a prolonged time now, and clearly ventures no farther than beyond her own home. The opening shot instantly tells the viewer this, as we see the statue of a woman hidden behind a net. The motif of water is also used to convey the transition from being entrapped to being free. After receiving a call from her husband berating her for not picking up the phone, we see the woman in a bath surrounded by water, hunched over and desolate. Once she has escaped with the stranger, we then see her with the same posture, however this time with an expansive lake in front of her. The woman has gone from being trapped to being free, with the world in front of her. Although we feel relieved due to her escape, there's a sense of existentialism and what now? Three Iron is about identity, who you are and who you want to be. The woman is determined to change her identity. She wants to shed off whatever identity she developed when with her husband. For the man, his identity is a bit more complex. We see him take on the identity of the homes he travels to. When in the boxer's house, he dresses up in the boxer's clothes. He takes the husband's golf club and golf balls and takes on his identity, becoming obsessive and controlling. In Three Iron, the motif of golf is used throughout to represent power. By taking the husband's golf equipment, the man is trying to gain power, something that he has never had due to his lower role in the social hierarchy. The man using the husband's golf equipment is carried out as an act of disrespect due to the power it represents. The police inspector also tries to assert his power, using the golf balls in his interrogation to make the man appear guilty. The man fluctuates between identities and status from his marginalised position in society. He lacks anything to call his own, consequently leaving him with no identity and forcing him to take on the identity of his surroundings or the person he is playing the role of. Visibility is interweaved with the theme of identity. Throughout the film, and especially near the end, the man feels invisible. He leaves each house he enters in the same condition, with only small traces of his presence. He is unknown to the owners.
쏴라, 죽여라, 제발!
The man becomes completely invisible by the end of the film, where in prison he masters the art of not being seen, playing with the peripheral vision of the guards. However, rather than letting invisibility rule him, the man makes it a superpower of some sort. Society and the owners of the houses he breaks into may not be able to see him, but that is what he desires. He is no longer trying to become someone else and to be seen as a certain kind of person, but is content with his invisibility. At numerous points throughout the film, the viewer is also invisible. We are powerless. We cannot stop the man from being hit. We cannot warn him that the owners of the home are arriving. Much like the man in many parts of the film, we have no power and have to allow things to happen despite our inclination to stop them. Aside from cinematography, production design is used to create identity. Each home the man enters is unique and tells a different story. Each home has a personality that we come to know through the production design and how the house is shot. We also see how the man attempts to embed himself in the lives of these people, literally by fixing things and changing the house. And on a private level by taking photos of himself in the home. It's as if with each house he goes to, he is trying it on and seeing which kind of life he would like to lead. Music is rarely used throughout the film, yet is used dexterously in the scene where the couple settle down in a quiet tea room looking out onto a calm garden. The music and placid design of the home makes this moment stand out as a summation of the man and woman's relationship, one that is mutualistic rather than parasitic and imbalanced, one that is calm and at peace. The only other thing I have to say about 3 Iron is that you should definitely go and watch it right now. It is a beautiful movie and I've been thinking about it for the past few days, so I just thought I'd put this video together with some of my thoughts. I really hope you enjoyed. If you want, you can follow me on Twitter at Isabella Tomo, and yeah, subscribe if you enjoyed.